Morning everyone, welcome, and a very warm welcome at that. This is Wednesday morning and this is Peter Sandrovitch with you live from my office with a late information bet running at Kempton Park tonight. I'm going to put these on for a minute. I can't see a thing through them, but this is what my website has as trademark, these pair of glasses on me, and so I'm going to very much put these on to give it the added power of a very, very big bet indeed. It's a 9-to-1 chance running tonight, and we'll put them away now, and it's got a great chance. Also, what I'm going to do is give you a bet ahead of schedule, an advance bet, which runs at the Curragh tomorrow. So I'm going to put it on this message now, and I'll probably repeat it tonight on tonight's video at 6 o'clock, because as you well know, as regular callers to my line, I come online at 6 o'clock for tomorrow's action. But I'm going to give you this now because I've had a massive word of it running at the Curragh tomorrow, and it's trained by an informed trainer and ridden by an informed jockey, and although the horse has not won yet or been thereabouts really, it is ready to win and carries the visor on to keep his mind on the job and tomorrow. And the message I've got through from all the right faces, all the right boys and girls, is this will do the business. So I'm going to give it you now as loyal customers and loyal clients of mine. I may not even put it on the message tonight. I'll see how I go with it. I'm certainly going to give it you free of charge in a moment, but it does run tomorrow at the Curragh, and I'm going to put these glasses back on now, not the black ones, not these, because these are The Man with X-Ray Eyes. Don't know if you remember that. Ray Milland, what a film, The Man with X-Ray Eyes. Absolutely sent him potty. It's not doing a bad job on me as well. Can't wear them too much. It's quite heavy on your eyes, you know. And The Man with X-Ray Eyes, Ray Milland, what a film. If you ever watched it, if you didn't watch it, you got to see it to see how bad it is. But in all honesty, it's a great one. It's a BCD rated movie. But it could see through things. It was incredible. But in the end, it sent him potty. And yeah, there we go. Too much of a good thing can be not so good. It wasn't for Ray Milland in The Man with X-Ray Eyes anyway, but great film. Anyway, we don't want to talk about him, do we? But, you know, bless Ray and God rest his soul. Let's talk business, shall we, about today's action and tomorrow. I'm going to give you two bets for today. One of them runs tonight at Kempton Park, and it's a late information bet free of charge to you. There has already been 3 bets, of course, on last night's video, and I've also talked about the Dundalk 4 bets I've got lined up on Friday to follow last Friday's 11-to-1 and 12-to-1 and 25-to-1 payouts. 120-to-1 double landed as well, of course, that night. 3 bets, 3 winners. That's on last night's video. I know that many people have already invested a tenner to get those 4 bets, and they'll be sent to you on Thursday night at 7 p.m. If you're not already on, then get yourselves on, click on the PayPal link or pay by bank to bank, and don't forget to email the office at petersracingtips@gmail.com. It's all below that if you want to get on board. Or you're not on board, get yourselves invested a tenner in yourself for 4 big bets on Friday from my happiest of hunting grounds, the #1 track for winners for me. Big winners averaging 10-to-1, and I look like I could well hit the jackpot sooner or later with 4 out of 4, and that would be unbelievable, wouldn't it? 10,000 to 1. 10,000 to 1 if I can get 4 out of 4, 4 10-to-1 winners. It's going to happen, and you just got to make sure you're on it when it does happen, because it is going to happen. It's not when, it is when. It's not if, it's not maybe, and it's not possibly. It's going to happen. It's just when. So don't whatever you do miss out on that. It could be life changing win to those sort of prices. 4 10-to-1 chances. Minimum double is 100-to-1. A minimum treble's 1,000-to-1. So we're talking big bucks there. So if you're already on, you're already on. If you're not, get yourselves on. Right. So I'm going to talk about this Curragh horse in a moment, but I want to take you to Kempton Park for tonight. It's lovely to be with you. I don't normally come back in the mornings to you, but I do like this horse very much, and I wanted to have a quick hello to you and thank you for investing a tenner as well if you've done that. Appreciate that, and obviously it keeps everything rolling smoothly, and you know, it's a give and take thing, and I appreciate everything you do for me, and I hope you appreciate everything I do for you. 6:30 at Kempton tonight. Number 6 on your card is a horse called Majestic Fighter. Now, it's ridden by Adam Farragher for Harry and Roger Charlton, and I really like this horse. I'm just looking at the odds on the odds checker now. It's 9-to-1 with Bet365, who are paying first four. You can also get 9-1 elsewhere, 8-1 with William Hill paying first four. If you go to Sky Bet, you get 5 places, and I don't think this horse will be out the 5. I really don't. It's got a really, really good chance of a mark of 79. I have a good message for it as well. It's ready and it's fit and it is fancied, and that's why I've come on to give it you. So it's number 6, Majestic Fighter. Got a really good chance. Stepping up in trip is the key to this one. It would probably like a little bit further, but it's up a furlong. And I'm hopeful that with Adam Farragher claiming the 5 as well, it's down a pound. It's got the apprentice on it, who's a good apprentice, Farragher, banging form. It's £6 better off than it was an upper furlong. Looks absolutely cock on. Farragher's had 4 winners out of his last 10 mounts. This apprentice is much in demand. So when you get a £5 claimer who's probably worth every pound of that, it's probably as good as the mainstream jockeys, many of them anyway, then you've got yourselves a £5 advantage. And it's dropped a pound in the weight since it ran at Ascot. But the key thing, I'm going to give you this other horse in a minute, the Curragh, but I do have to explain a few things to you. The key thing is that it's returning to the all-weather, and that's the advantage of this horse. It's been running on turf, and it's a much better prospect on the all-weather. It has run on the all-weather before. It won at Wolverhampton. That was back a year ago, almost to the day, 14th of September. And now this is just about the first go it's had for a year on the all-weather. Charlton, Roger and Harry have put this horse, gelding, 3-year-old, over the right trip, and it's back on the all-weather. And I always like 3-year-olds against older horses come this time of the year, because they do have an advantage, no question about that. They've matured now and almost 4 years old, of course, ready for the birthday on January the 1st. And I think Majestic Fighter is really well in at the weights, and returning to all-weather could bring about a huge amount of improvement, no doubt about that. As I say, it's been running on the turf at Ascot, Sandown, good grade 1 tracks, and goes to Kempton tonight, fresh, ready, and it's not been overfaced. It's only had 5 runs since April, and Charlton tends to take his time with his horses, and he's no mug. He knows this horse goes on the Tapeta surface, he knows it goes on the all-weather, and is returning it to Kempton tonight, and got an outstanding chance. It's a big price as well, 9-1, paying first 4 or first 5, and that's my idea of the winner, and I think it's got to go close in a 0-80 ordinary handicap there at Kempton 630. So there's the few of the reasons why there. Certainly, I think that's probably been missed by most correspondents, that the horse is returning to the all-weather after almost a year off it, and is a better horse on the all-weather, and has everything in its favour tonight, including the booking of probably the hottest apprentice in the country, Adam Farragher, who wouldn't be riding it unless it was 100% on the job. No chance, and that's a certainty. So good luck with that one tonight. Now then, I need to talk to you about this horse tomorrow at the Curragh. I'm going to give it you now, and I may not even put it on the message tonight, because this is for valued customers like yourselves who've, phoning in and tuning in, and also purchasing the extra informations to keep the whole thing going along hunky-dory. So appreciate that, and this is a token of my appreciation for you. So in the 3:45 at the Curragh, now it's a 21 runner race at the Curragh. For those who've been with me a little while, I think it was 3 weeks ago, it could be 2 weeks ago, but 3 weeks ago I gave you 3 horses at the Curragh, 2 placed at 16-1 and 12-1, backed into 4s, and the other one won at 18-1, down to 11-1, a horse called Half Nuts. Well, this horse is not half nuts. This horse has got an outstanding chance. I've no idea what price it's going to be. It's form figures. It's only ran 4 times. It's got 4 zeros. So it's 8695. I know a joke about it. That's the phone number of the Curragh weighing room. That is a joke. Someone actually tried to ring it and said I couldn't get through. But it's not really the weighing room number. It's just you get what I mean. It's not really a phone number. It just looks like one. So 8695 is the it's funny, isn't it? 8695 is the form figures of number 16 in this race. It's called Ryami, Riyami. I'm not sure if it sounds like that, I pronounce it like that. It's trained by Mick Halford, this one, and ridden by Ronan Whelan. Whelan's in amazing form at the moment, the jockey. He's not had that many winners this year, but he's riding on the crest of a wave. He's had 3 winners in the last 10 rides, and I think 2 before that as well. So he's banging him in from all angles. Mick Halford, I've had some real big touches with his horses over the years, and he's another one in great form. 2 out of his last 5 have won as well. An expert at winning handicaps. This horse has got the cheek pieces on, the blinds on for the first time, and it's exactly what it needed. It was gelded last time up. I actually backed a horse which finished 3rd in the race. Rye Army finished 5th. That horse is opposing Rye Army today, a horse called Sir Alan. I tipped Sir Alan last time out when it come 3rd at 10s each way. But in that race, Rye Army was all over the place. It was balked, banged around, and that was his first run for about 5 months. So it's come on for that. It's spot on now, and they've put the headgear on. And with the headgear on, this horse is now running off a mark of 66. It was off 67 last time, and it looks all over a horse that is potentially thrown in. Number 16, Rye Army, and it runs in the 3:45 at the Curragh, and that, remember, is on Thursday. So this is an advanced bet alert for number 16, Sweet 16, Rye Army, Riyami. Put it down and don't forget it, because I might not mention it tonight, to be honest with you, because this is for your ears only, because you're loyal people, and it's great. But the horse ran really well, went 5th last time up at Listowel. It's in a handicap debut, but the horse didn't know what it was doing. It was green as grass, and it was rocking and rolling, but it was finishing like a bomb. And, with all that in mind, it's going to be cock on with Halford training, banging form, Whelan banging form. It's got the cheek pieces on. It's ready. It is ready, and I tell you, over this trip, everything is perfect. And at the Curragh, I do tip an awful lot of winners at the Curragh, and this one looks like it could well be another one, that's for sure. Number 16 then, 1616, Rye Army, Riyami, and that's it. That's your 2 bets there, one for tomorrow and one for the tonight, which is Majestic Fighter. I've given you the reasons and wherefore behind it, because I think sometimes I really do need to talk to you about them and sort of, I'm not saying educate you, that's the wrong way to talk, but to show you that what's going on here, these big prices, I'm picking them for certain reasons. It's not just, pot luck, that's for sure. They've all got a lot of hidden form, a hidden agenda, and they've got a lot of form, even though this one's got 4 noughts tomorrow. Not really. A Majestic Fighter, exactly the same. It's back on all weather tonight. So there is big reasons, and that's why I back so many winners and tip so many big winners, like the 2 on Friday at Dundalk, 11-1, 12-1, and so many more. 42% strike rate, win and place at odds of at least 7-1. Just that's what it is, and they're 2 of the reasons, those horses I've just given you, why I do strike so high, because I do my homework, I know what I'm talking about, and I concentrate on handicaps, on horses that are better than they look on paper. Let's just say it like that. You've got to be careful what you can say, but essentially they're ready to strike, and even if they don't strike that day, they're ready to strike. They really are notepad horses, and they're coming into line, and they're ready to go, and that means you're going to be ready to go with them, and that's why we're back so many winners. Right, I'm going to put these on to say ta-da to you. I don't know if I'll be able to do this. There we go. What about that? How's about that, eh? Now then, I'll see you at 6 tonight. I'm going to take them off. Take care of yourselves, and good luck. And if you want that Dundalk bet, it's behind there. I'm going to take these off. There's four bets for a tenner. If you're not on already, treat yourselves. I'm going to do it sooner or later. I'm going to have 4 10-1 winners, and that'll come to 10,000 to 1, and it can change your life. See you at 6.